interest in the Shipping Solutions product classification wizard. One of the fundamental aspects of international trade is the proper classification of the goods being imported and exported. The product classification wizard helps with three types of classifications. First, the Harmonized System codes are used by customs in any country to determine import duties, taxes, and other import requirements. Second, Schedule B codes are used by the U.S. Census Bureau and Customs and Border Protection to gather trade statistics and to help ensure compliance with U.S. export regulations. And third, the export control numbers are used by the U.S. and other countries' export control agencies to ensure compliance with export regulations. So let's get started. After logging in, find the Classification tab. First, let's look up a Harmonized System number. So I'll choose HS Classification and search. Choose the country of classification. It can be either the country of export or the country of import. I will look up the United States HS number for a textbook I want to import for a foreign language class. So my country of classification is the US and my classification type is import. If I know the beginning of the number, I can enter that to pull up the chapter, or I can leave everything blank to pull up the entire HS number tree. But if I have no idea what the number is, I like to start with Legal Tariff Search. I'll type in book and click search. The wizard highlights in bold the headings that apply to books. I can choose the best heading, which I think is 4901 for printed books. I'll click on the plus sign to see the subheadings and 10-digit codes. I can see that the tool has highlighted this number, and I can decide if that is the best code for this product. The wizard also shows me the default duty rate for this product, which in this case is free. I also want to point out these little icons. Click them to see the section and chapter notes, or more details on the HS numbers. You'll find these helpful icons throughout all the lookups we'll be trying. Now let's look up a Schedule B number for one of my exports. Under the Classification tab, choose Schedule B Classification. As an example, I will look up the Schedule B code for prepackaged software. Since Schedule B numbers are U.S. export codes, there is no option to change the country of classification. If I know the beginning of the number, I can enter that or leave everything blank to pull up the entire tree. But if I don't have any idea what the number is, I can enter a description in the Schedule B description box. So I will enter software and click search. It shows me the chapter and heading that includes software. I can click on the plus sign and see that the tool has highlighted the code that includes the word software, and I can read the description to make sure it is the proper code. Once I've found the 10-digit Schedule B number for the US, I might want to find the corresponding harmonized tariff number for the country to which I am exporting. Keep in mind that while the first 6 numbers should be the same in every country, the last 4 digits will likely be different. In this case, I'll choose HS Mapping. I'll enter the US as the source country, since that's the country I'm exporting from. So I'll change this also to export. I'll enter the Schedule B number we just looked up. And since I want to find the corresponding number in China, I will choose it from the drop-down list and click search. Since the US HTS code doesn't have an exact 10-digit match in China, the wizard displays 3 potential matches. I see that this is the correct code, and I see the default duty rate in China for this good is 14% of CIF, which is the Incoterm cost, insurance, and freight. Finally, let's look up an export control number. In the US, this could be either an ECCN code or a USML classification. Under the Classification tab, I will choose ECN Classification and search. If I know what my export control number starts with, I can type that in and the tool will take me to that part of the Commerce Control List or the U.S. Munitions List, where I can drill down to my proper code. Or I can leave everything blank to pull up the tree of all the ECCN categories. But if I don't know the number, I can enter a phrase. So I'm going to enter telecommunications equipment. Click Phrase Match and then search. 2 potential matches are shown in the ECCN, Category 4 and 5. I will choose Category 5, and as I continue to drill down through the codes, The tool highlights in bold what it thinks the best choices are, but I need to make the decision based on my product. And so I believe that the proper code is 5A001.A.1. I can use that code with the Export Controls wizard to see if my product needs a license before I ship it to China. Now that you've seen how the product classification wizard works, you can give it a try yourself. Go to shippingsolutions.com and click on Trade Compliance Wizards. You can request a free trial or give us a call at 888-890-7447. Thank you for watching.